Hello, guys, and today we have a beautiful guest with
I'm
us.
so excited to be here.
What was there that you really wanted to change?
Like, I had no friends. I didn't even speak the language.
It's a norm.
We try to navigate together, you
But
know?
I think I find he's very supportive. What kind of advices would you give to people who start?
Don't copy other people.
Take it easy.
It's been 2 years and I'm thriving.
Hello, guys, and welcome to our Inside Out podcast. And today we have a beautiful guest with us, Ilyan.
Thank you.
Welcome to Inside Out.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Me too. I am very happy. We go now straight to the point.
Okay, let's start.
So, usually, the first question that I ask to everyone who is coming is what was the turning point in your life when you realized that it cannot continue like this, that something has to be changed in life?
Oh, that's a deep question. I think being back in the US and kind of feeling very lonely and stuck and very stagnant. Like everyone is moving forward, but I am stuck. Like I'm not going anywhere. I think that's when a shift happened in my mind, and I was like, it cannot stay like this. Like a change needs to be made. And that's when we took the decision to move out of the US and back into the Middle East.
Okay, interesting. And so it's how many years ago approximately?
That was only 2 years ago.
Ah, okay. So it's like a recent
Very recent.
recent
yes.
change.
Because before that, I was very busy with school and college, and then I worked a full-time job. So I didn't really have the time to kind of sit with myself and be like something needs to change, or like what is happening in my life, because when you're in it, you don't really think,
Yeah.
you know, like especially if you are working a 9 to 5 job, like that's it. You go to work, you come home, you eat dinner, you sleep, and you repeat the process. There isn't really much time to think about your life.
What at that point, what was there that you really wanted to change? What was there at that period of your life, like not exactly as you wanted, after you sat down with yourself, obviously?
I wanted more to life. Like I wanted more, let's say I wanted more life. You know what I mean? Because I wanted more of a social life, more of a work life, because I was always stuck at home. You know, when you're a content creator, you don't really go out. And especially in the US, it's not like you have colleagues or friends that you can like go out and build relationships with. So I wanted a change. And I think I had it in my mind for a long time that I wanted to live in the Middle East. I was just too scared to take that step because everyone tells you, don't do it.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know?
So to take you a little bit in the beginning, so because I don't know, maybe also many people who will watch us, maybe they don't know as well. So you've been born in US?
No.
No.
I was born in Iraq. But I only lived in Iraq for like 4 or 5 years, and then I had to escape due to the war. And then we actually lived in Jordan for 4 years, and then we moved to the US. So I moved to the US when I was around 12
Okay.
and lived there ever since.
Okay, interesting. So you already had some relationship with Jordan before taking decision to going back to Jordan.
Yeah, of course. It's not like, let's go to Jordan. Like, no. Like, that's the place I called home after Iraq, because it's like 4 years of like my initial life was there, you know? And even like when going to the US, initially, I didn't want to go. I wanted to stay in Jordan because khalas, like that was my life. I had my friends. I was in school. I actually really got mad at my parents for moving to the US initially. But now I thank them.
So do you think for children to move countries, it's like it brings difficulty in the...
Yes, I think it causes trauma, especially moving so drastically. Like a change. It's not like going from Jordan to Lebanon or from Jordan to Dubai. You're going from Jordan to the US. And I've never been. I don't know what it is. I don't even speak English at that point in my life. Like I didn't speak English. So it was a drastic change. And I do think it does affect children. And I feel like parents have to be very careful to guide their children, because if you're very strict, it could cause
Okay.
what's
The
the
opposite
word?
effect.
Exactly. Exactly.
What do you think this turning point, going to the country with a completely different culture, with a new language, how do you think it helped you in your later life?
It shaped me.
Yeah?
I think it shaped the person I am today, because it taught me how to like shift myself and be able to fit in wherever, you know, like I had to literally teach myself how to fit in a country where I didn't know anyone. Like I had no friends. I didn't even speak the language. I had to go into they have a class called English Second Language. And that even affects you, because it's like, you're not
Like
on the
them.
same
Yeah,
level.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Exactly. Like you're not like them, you're different. So to me, it was a challenge, you know? It was a challenge to myself. Like, no, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get there. Like, I'm gonna learn the language. I'm gonna learn it so much that people aren't gonna realize that I'm from the Middle East. You know what I mean? And I think that really helped shape the person I am today.
Interesting. And okay, so you met your husband in US?
No,
No.
Jordan.
Okay,
Yeah.
again, Jordan.
Jordan. It all comes back to Jordan. Yeah.
Okay.
Because ever since we moved to the US, my parents made sure that we need to be back every summer because we owned a house in Jordan. So that was
Okay.
like our meeting point to keep the culture.
Interesting.
Because they knew that if we stayed there and we didn't really go back somewhere like Arab,
It will erase.
which I completely agree and understand now, because up to a certain point, I was whitewashed. Like I thought I was white American, you know, like I didn't really like meet with my Arabic roots until college.
Wow.
You know? So I think going to Jordan really did help, because one, I ended up marrying, even though he's not Iraqi, but he's Arab at the end of the day, you know?
Very close to...
Very close, you know? I think it really did help, because if we did stay in the US and I didn't have any contact with the Arab world.
You know what is interesting? That nowadays, also, for example, my daughter, she went this year into university, and she's telling me, so she's meeting a lot of Arabs who doesn't speak even Arabic. So they speak only English, and they barely know a couple of words. And even if they speak, they pretend like they don't.
Yeah.
So she was like, it's a bit weird. So at some point I was like, I am happy actually that my children were raised in Jordan as well. Yeah. So you know the culture, plus you know the language, plus you know I think it's important to remember where are you coming from. Yeah. Even if the Jordan is not my country, is not your country. However, it's definitely a place became a refuge somehow for both of us, and gave a lot. Yeah. So it's interesting how this modernization or trend.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
erasing the culture, erasing who you are.
Why? Like, our culture is so deep and it has so much, like, so many roots. Why try to pretend that you don't have that? Bil'aks. Like, let's say, for example, I actually was not proud to be Arab at one point in my life in the US, but I was young and like I didn't understand.
And you were washed.
I was washed. But once I really dove deep into our roots and our culture, now everyone knows I am the most proud to be Iraqi. I'm so proud to be Arab. You know, like we have so much culture. We have so much history.
So much to share, so much to give, so much.
Exactly. And that's why, by the way, one of the reasons that made me want to move out, because I wanted my son to be raised. I mean, I didn't have him then. Yeah. But like I was like, if I were to have children, I want them to be raised in an Arabic country, you know? It's not the same. Like no, I was raised in the US. there's a lot that I don't know. There's a lot that I didn't learn. You know? It's kind of sad. Now I have to teach myself.
It's okay, but I think your son now he will have the
Exactly.
opportunity to go through some experiences, which is, I still everything is changing, and in my for me, I like new generation. Yeah, how they
Okay.
think, how they move. They're so different. Gen Z. Yeah,
I'm
they
not.
yeah, look, they are they're very different from us. And I believe that we should not compare. Yeah, it's like if we compare ourselves to our parents, they live
Oh,
different lives. Yeah.
so
So
different.
why we are expecting from them to be like us? Yeah.
True.
So it's like they are more free.
Yeah.
We had so many um, blockages, so many restrictions, so many things. This
Obstacles.
generation, they're free. They don't want to work from 9 to 5,
They don't. It's
and they
crazy.
refuse. And for me, I see it beautiful.
You know, it's beautiful to a certain degree. I mean, yes, good for them. They don't want to work a 9 to 5, but some of them, they don't want to work, period.
Yeah. Look, until they get hungry.
Yeah.
At some point,
Yeah.
Mama and Papa will say, for
Yeah.
some reason, that there is no food at the table.
True.
Something gonna happen in their life that gonna push them to the real life. So
Reality will hit them.
reality, yeah. So as long as the person connected with the reality, but have the dreams that is able to
Yes.
realize, I think is important, because for us, many of our dreams, they were just cut on the route.
True.
I wanna be
Yeah.
you
True.
you
That's
forget
all right.
about it. Now they can dream. Yes, there are always plus and minuses. They're more exposed to the good, but they also more exposed to the bad, but I believe in good more than in bad.
True.
And if there is logic, if there is if there is a mind, then they are more, I don't know, aggressive in a good way
Yeah.
about the future, which I like. I didn't think I will like, but thinking about it, communicating more with my children, I realize also that
Yeah.
I think also moving back to Jordan
Uh-huh.
was not also easy after staying a long time in the US. But I don't want to assume. I would like to hear from you. How was it moving back to Middle
Truly,
East?
it wasn't hard. You know what everyone kept telling me? The first months of like me telling people that I'm gonna move, or like the first month of me moving, you're not gonna last. I give you 2 months. I give you 3 months. You're gonna come back. Everyone around me, not one single person believed that
Was
I could do
supportive
it.
or believe?
Yeah,
Wow, what was the argument?
that I am not used to it. Like I grew up in a completely different environment, and that I'm not gonna last in like a different environment.
Interesting. Actually, you know what I would like to ask you? You said that you already have been blogger in US, yeah? You started there.
Yes.
I have so many questions about it.
Tell me.
First, how did you start? How did you come to social media, to be
Okay.
on the social media? What happened? How it happened?
How I started is completely different than how I took off. So how I started is I've always been into fashion. Always. Like I just loved putting on outfits and like styling outfits. And I opened up my Instagram before even like opening up my Instagram, I would just post my outfits for my like like my friends, you know? And then it was during COVID. I was working at the law firm, but I was working from home. So I had the time, you know, like because working at a law firm, it's either I have a job or I don't. Like I have something to be working on, but if I don't, I don't.
Okay.
So I would like put on an outfit, go downstairs, take a picture of that outfit, come back up, post it on Instagram, and continue with my day. And I would do it daily. I would style an outfit daily, post it on Instagram, And
Wow.
people liked it. People were enjoying my
So even while sitting home, you were like
Yeah.
dressed up and
yeah.
prepared.
No,
Okay.
not for working from
Yeah.
home, but I would put it on, go take picture, take it off, and then
Okay, for the
continue.
content.
For the
Yeah.
content, you know? And I would like go out, buy outfits. It was like kind of like an investment in my Instagram. But that only got me like 40,000 on Instagram. What really made my TikTok career go off is making coffee.
Wow.
Literally making coffee. We moved to a new house, me and my husband, and I put TikTok up and I was making my morning iced coffee. But the video wasn't me making my morning iced coffee. The video was just me talking, like I'm talking to you. But while doing that, I was literally making my coffee. It took off. 1 million views. Everyone was like, oh my God, like, how are you making your coffee? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'll make another one. Next day, I get up. Mind you, I'm like in PJs, my hair is up. Like, I'm just making coffee and talking. It goes viral. I'm like, people really like me making coffee. So I started making different kinds of coffees. And then at a certain point, I realized it wasn't really the coffee, it's me talking. So like they were interested in the way I talk, like whatever subject I had to offer.
Communication, yeah.
Exactly.
The genuine communication.
Exactly. And I have a lot to say, always. I always have a lot to say. Like it's just, so I was like, okay, like they like me talking. So I would try something else. Getting ready and talking does good. Getting dressed and talking does good. I was like, okay, like they love me talking. So I'm just going to keep talking. And ever since.
Amazing. It's interesting, because I think I've seen one of your, when people comment on your reels or you posted
Yes.
something recently
Yes.
that people haven't you seen lately making coffee or something like this. I think you posted or I saw it in maybe fan
people
pages.
telling me that like I don't make coffee anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were saying something. It was something linked to fun, or
Yeah.
you were
They
making
still
jokes or something.
Every day they ask me to make a morning coffee.
Let's have a coffee.
Yeah, like come on, make
Wow.
your coffee. I'm like, okay.
It's amazing. So when you've been in US, how actually? My second question was related to the social media. Is how social media is different in US and in the Middle East. I mean, how it works differently. I think this topic is interesting because many people nowadays if you have business or if you want to grow anything, you need to have social media nowadays. Yeah. And everyone think that is so difficult. It's not for me. I don't know how to start. I don't know where to start. So maybe before you can advise our beautiful people who gonna watch us, give them some advices about how to start, maybe how to remove worries, and move forward. What is the difference between US social media and Middle East social media? Is there any? Maybe there is no, I don't know.
Not really in terms of social media itself. It's the same. People are making the same kinds of videos, getting the same kinds of comments, blah, blah, blah. But in my humble opinion, I think, because I've done both, by the way. When I started, it was English. It's not until like I started making Arabic trends that I noticed that Arabs are actually way more engaging.
Oh,
Way more engaging. I mean, Americans are engaging, but only to like the big creators, Arabs though, no, they're gonna engage, So I think, and they're just, what I also noticed is because once I made the switch from English content to Arabic content, my personality came out. So I was funny to people.
Oh.
Like I'm funny in English, but I'm not as funny in Arab. Like
how was the challenge? How many followers did you have when you did the switch from English to Arabic?
Barely. It was, so my Instagram was actually my private Instagram because before it became this.
Public.
So the followers that I did have was high school friends, college friends, so all Americans. No Arabs. I had no Arab friends. But the switch was, so I barely had like, let's say like 7,000, you know? And then one video went viral when I was still making English content, and it was actually so funny, also about coffee. Very funny. I was in a drive-through ordering or like trying a coffee order. Someone had posted a coffee order and I went to order it. But then like it's just not the same. I feel like the Arab side is just more fun. They're more engaging. They make you want to film more. But I couldn't really comment much about American side because I didn't experience it that much. But Arabs, they made me want to keep filming. Like they're always like, oh, like you give us positive energy. Oh, like film more of this, film more of that.
So people more like engaging, more open to share their
Yes.
opinions maybe, yeah, and to
Yes.
be the...
But also very much more critical. Yes.
We need to work, guys, on the criticism.
Yes, please.
Criticism, we need
more
to
positivity.
work.
Yeah. Less criticism.
Okay. What kind of advices would you give to people who start the social media?
My main advice is be authentic. Nothing is gonna get you there but being authentic. Like if you try to copy other people, I'm not saying don't take inspiration from other people. You can definitely take inspiration from other people. Don't copy other people. Be authentic, be yourself. People are gonna love you for who you are. But if you're trying to be someone else, they already have that other person, but there isn't you, you know? Like there's only one of you, and slowly you're gonna build it. Nothing comes easily. Like I didn't build my platform overnight. You know what I mean? Actually, for the longest time, it was very, very stagnant, very stable. But then another thing, consistency. Because without consistency,
it's not about trying 1 week, 2 weeks,
Yeah.
1 month, yeah, and it doesn't work, maybe it's
Exactly.
not for me, yeah.
even if you don't get views, for the longest times, I barely got any views, but then I was just consistent. But then also, it's because I really love it.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really enjoy talking to the camera.
So the insight is find the way how to enjoy your content so you can benefit the most and get the best engagement and
Don't
views.
do it for the wrong reasons. I see a lot of people nowadays getting into content creation, getting into social media for the wrong reasons. If you do it for the wrong reasons, you're not going to make it. You might make it to a certain extent, but then, yeah, unless you love it and you're passionate about it and you want it, yes. But if you're just doing it because it's like a easy money grab or to be famous, let's say.
For the last couple of years, I've been among bloggers. I cannot say it's easy money. I mean, I see how these people, you work, guys, hard.
Of course,
It's
but that's
like-
not what they see.
Yeah.
That's
but
not what they
This
know.
is a hard, tough work. I mean, this is not an easy peasy
Very
money.
controversial topic, you know, but I agree.
Let's talk about it,
agree.
you know, because I think it's illusion that people think that any of the platforms that you just post and you just do
No.
thousands and it just come there and you don't do nothing. I mean, you guys recording content all the time.
24/7.
Yeah, it's all the time.
It's like a full-time job.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
if you wanna succeed, yeah,
Exactly.
it has to be like as you said, consistency. So I think it's a big myth in our
Misconception. Yeah.
misconception. Yes, that
Yes.
it's
it's
an
easy.
easy. I think
Yeah.
it's everything but not easy. Yeah, it's quite
See,
challenging.
So there's two sides. There are people that have it so easy. Like, you know, there are the people that get famous overnight. And then, but that's what I mean about consistency, because like, you don't know if they're going to last. Like there are people that have worked hard to build their platforms, build their community. And there are people that like posted a viral video. It went viral.
Yes, but you see, I think that for everything there is its price. Some people pay in advance and then they get the result. And some
Yes.
people, they will pay the
100%.
post payment. Yeah, the first you
Yes.
get the views. In any way, at some point, that's gonna come.
True.
You are there. You have to do something. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to create. You have to be creative. You have
It's a lot of, it's actually I would say it's like mentally exhausting
Yeah.
because you're constantly in your head. I'm talking about me. In my head, always constantly like, what's next? Like, what am I filming next? And social media is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
So like what they liked yesterday, they might not like today.
Yeah. No, yeah, of course, because you have to come up with something new.
Different,
Yeah,
new.
you have to.
And you have to keep riding the wave
Yeah.
also, because
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
changes.
But I think, look, it's challenging, but I think it's beautiful because to be on this wave,
Yeah.
that helps you to develop your creativity, to stay creative. It helps you grow. It open up the appetite. You want
True.
this so it's like we can say like maybe as any profession, yeah, that
Yes.
though we are not still considering social media as a profession, but
Yeah. But
I
it
believe in the
does-
near future there will be something.
I feel like it's starting now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're starting to legalize it in many
Yes.
countries.
And
that
also
you need
a
to
lot
have
of paperwork now has like content creation as a job. When you like go to like apply for whatever normally, let's say like 2 years ago, if you're like applying for something and then you have the like what's your job, and then it's like all the jobs. I used to put what's the word, contractor, independent contractor. That was the thing that I used, but now they put like social media content creation as part of like what's your job. So
as a job. Okay. I got it.
like
I
a
got
job
to know.
title,
Yeah. Interesting. So you said that when you came to social media, it was from the love to the fashion. You were making the pictures because you were in love with this. Then that moment with the coffee came, and that it's evolved a little bit. You changed the language from English to Arabic, and when was the moment when you realized that it's getting serious? Like let's say it's a job.
yeah.
Yeah, like when you realize that it's getting serious.
In my head, it was always like, when you put a goal in your head and it's like, I'm going to make it. So when I started social media and like I had goals, like I had it in my head, that like I'm going to make it. Like eventually this is going to be a full-time job. But mind you, like before it wasn't like, yeah, it's very inconsistent though. Like, what's the word? Like financial stability in the beginning, you're not stable at all because it's like, even now, because it's some months are good, some months are bad. But in my head, I'm like, if I can make it and have this as a full-time job, khalas, like I'll do it. But the turning point, I would say, is right before, no, not right before I moved, when I moved.
Oh.
When I moved, because when I was in the US, I was working, but the brands are US brands. My demographic is Middle East. I would still work with US brands, but it's like, it's more for exposure. It's not really for like, because at the end of the day, literally, like I'm trying to sell the product to Middle East. But once I was in the Middle East and I realized, because you know how like PR, they're also like people that watch you.
Yeah.
So I realized like, no, like a lot of these makeup brands or like PR companies, a lot of them actually watch me and love me. And they used to tell me like, finally, you're here. Like we've wanted to work with you for so long, but you're so far away. I was like, oh, wow, really? Okay. Like that's when I was like, oh, okay. Like
I did the right decision.
exactly.
Yeah, coming to the
100%.
Oh, wow.
Like that was, I wouldn't say the best decision of my life, but that was like one of the best decisions of my life to move.
So what would you say now to the friends who told you you would not stay for 2 or 3 months?
It's been 2 years and I'm thriving. Thank you so much.
For those who believed in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who believed in me, thank you so much. For those who didn't,
I'm here.
yeah.
So your husband, he was also working in US, studying, working. Yeah.
He was working, but it wasn't his career path. He was, because in the US, like he's a pharmacist and he needed to, I don't know what the word is, to like retake all the exams in order to be working. And it was going to take a lot of time and effort and money, and it was like,
So also coming back, even for him to Jordan probably was
Yeah.
a good.
of course, yeah.
Talking about marriage and talking about social media, how are you able to combine both?
Balance.
Are you meeting some challenges in relationship because of social media, posting?
No, but being married on social media and like your spouse not being on social media is very different than people who are married on social media and both of them are on social media. I feel like it's very different because if you married someone who's already on social media, it's way easier. He
Oh,
already
yeah.
understands everything. But marrying a pharmacist and then being on social media, you know, there's a lot of things that he doesn't understand. It's not challenging. It's very like we try to navigate together, you
But
know.
I think I find he's very supportive, yeah,
He
with you in
is.
events, in the
He is so
he's always
supportive.
there. He's always
He
very
is.
supportive.
Yes,
Very,
yes.
yeah.
He is very supportive. Relax. Like it's not like he's like no social media. No, he's supportive and he tries to be in my content. He doesn't really like to be on
Yeah.
camera. Before I used to force it, and then I came to a realization like he doesn't like to be on social media. Khalas, like that's not his comfort zone. And then khalas, I was like, okay. And then I let it go because before it used to annoy me. Like, why don't you
Yeah.
want to be in my content? Like, why don't you want to do like couple videos with me? And
Yeah.
like I was naive. I didn't really think of him, but now I'm like, he doesn't want that, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. He didn't choose to be on social media. I chose to be on
Yeah.
social media.
Actually, I think it's very important in a relationship that we don't push our
Yes,
spouses to the path that they don't want to go.
exactly.
Yeah, because we can be in a harmony, we can be together, and everyone can do the stuff that they love. Yeah, and we
Exactly.
just develop in parallel. I think it's one of maybe not nowadays problem, but in many relationships we can see this. Yeah, one is pushing the other. Let's do it this way. Let's do
Yeah.
it this way. Uh, I find it that somehow we are taking a part of their freedom. You know, so
Exactly.
it's like it's
Exactly.
sad. Yeah. We are free people.
Yeah, we can
Everyone
do
has to be comfortable doing whatever they like to
exactly.
do.
Like I'm not gonna want to do anything with pharmacists, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and he's not forcing me, so why do I have to force him into just so he's like in my videos and he's showing. And you know what's crazy? Being that I showed him for so long and then suddenly I stopped showing him, then the people are like what happened? Where is your husband? Like, are you
Oh,
guys still together? And it's like I have to like post a picture of him every once in a while just to be like,
he's
he's
here.
here. He's here.
Everything is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy to make assumptions on
Yeah.
social media because it's always out of the context.
Always.
Always. You cannot explain life thing, even maybe an ad in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, or explain thing, or even in one post, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many times people misunderstand, or they understand what they want to
Yeah.
understand. They build up on
Wallah,
it,
they
and
make
then
like
it's
all
like,
these scenarios. Sometimes
all
I
the-
read them as like stories. I'm like, really? That's what I did? Okay. They're like, yeah, she moved. I went back to the US to like grab some of my stuff. They made like this scenario. Oh, she couldn't handle it in the Middle East anymore. So she left. She went back to the US. Khalas, they're done. I'm like, I literally came to get my stuff. And he's with me. Like, but
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
know, you know?
Yeah, this is the little problem about
Yeah.
social media, that it's always out of the context, and
Yes.
you can explain.
You can't always show everything too, you
Of
know? Like
course,
you
of
have
course.
to protect
There
some
are
part of
limits.
your yeah, exactly. Like it can't be all on social media. Then it's
What
like
is your
literally a
what
reality
is
TV
your
show.
most like I don't want to say fame, but like most developed platform? I don't know if it's a correct word.
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh wow,
Yes.
they love you on TikTok.
They love me on You know why? Because I am so comfortable on TikTok. I can really truly show my personality. And I feel like TikTok is the safest space for me. Like,
It's very natural somehow. This is what I
it
notice. Like
is.
you
You can
post,
show up without makeup in your PJs. You can just be yourself, and people aren't harsh. You know, they're not there to hate blacks. They're there to love. So like when I told you when I first started, I would literally be in like a big t-shirt with a bun. They didn't care. So I felt comfortable.
wow.
And they evolved with me, and some of them even still now, like on the comment section, they're like, I've been here since you got married, I've been here since, like they
Wow.
know things about me that I forgot. So I think for me, TikTok is the safest space. Yeah.
You see, I think most of people they don't make the content because it takes a lot of preparation. Yeah, that you have to do something, that you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
prepare, that you have to dress, that you have this, that you
Yes.
have that. However, you say it can be easy. Yeah,
Literally, you
guys,
can
it
just
can be
pull
easy.
up your phone,
Yeah,
start talking, and they like it.
yeah. Especially if you have something to share. Yeah,
I
it can
always
be a
have
good.
something to share.
It
Yeah.
can be a good mood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like positive, they always tell me it's like positive energy, because sometimes, you know how like sometimes you sit and you're like, you sit with yourself and you're like, what am I offering? Like, what value am I off? Like, obviously, I'm not educational, so I'm not really educating them on anything. So, what value am I giving the people that are
Yeah.
watching me? And when they always tell me, like, they come up to me in public and they're like, your videos gave us so much positive energy. Like, I watch you before I go to sleep because, like, I like to laugh. So it's like, I don't really have to offer something educational as long as I'm making someone's day or, like, fixing someone's mood.
Yeah, it's amazing how simple things are so important in our life.
Yeah.
We are human, you know. We have the tendency to look for something complex, for something difficult, for
Yeah.
something deeper, for something. In reality, life is so
So
easy.
easy.
Yeah, and easy and light and
But it's like,
fun.
you can be harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like I can sit with myself and be like, what am I offering? And then someone can be like, you make my day feel better. And it's like, really? It's that easy? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we do look for like more complex things.
So you moved to Jordan, and now you moved to Dubai.
Yeah.
So they keep on moving, keep on moving. How this idea came, and why moving from
This is where
Jordan to
work is.
this?
You know, like you got to follow your, we call rizq. Like wherever your rizq is, you got to follow it. And for me, this is where it is. Like, it's always been where it is, but I had to take that first step initially because the US and Dubai are comparable in terms of like living quality, prices, all that. And it's like, I needed to build myself first somewhere where I'm comfortable in order for me to make this move. I couldn't have done US Dubai because I don't know anything here.
Oh.
You know, but like in Jordan, my husband's from there, his family's from there. My parents have a house there, so it's like a comfort zone.
Yes,
where I can just like build up the courage and then like figure it all out to be able to.
And I think your friends also, they've been quite
Yes.
supportive.
They have been
Ilyan
very.
move, Ilyan
Yes.
move. Yeah.
Yalla, you can do it. So it's like,
They were
yeah.
waiting for you. It's amazing. So talking about friends, is it difficult? Is it easy to have friends nowadays
On social media?
Yeah.
If your goal is to be friends with people on social media, again, for the wrong reasons, you know, like I want to befriend this one and I want to befriend this one, but I know I'm befriending them for the wrong reasons. She has followers, like I can benefit, like our friendship can be seen together and like people are gonna like it. Those friendships aren't gonna last.
This we call
beneficial.
maslaha.
Yeah.
Beneficial relationship. No, I mean like a friendship, like really
Yes.
friendships. How?
I mean, as you can tell, like
Yes.
Arij and Elona, I think beyond social media, like if you put social media aside, we're really good friends. And most of the time, we're not taking content or thinking about content. Like most of the time, we were just together talking
Having
about like
time.
private family
Amazing.
things, you know? So I think it's doable. You just gotta find the right people, like, you know?
Yeah, find the right people. And I think also, as you earlier said, having the right intention.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
having the right intention. Because
Exactly.
I believe you will always find what you are looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are looking for beneficial friendships, you will find them. If you are looking for real friendships, you will also find them.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean that you guys not supporting each other, yeah. But it's
Yeah.
this is not the
بالعكس,
not
you
why we
know?
are together.
Like being friends with them, I've never felt more supported in my life.
Yeah.
Or like I've never had people push me for more or like truly want the best for me, which is amazing because whenever people hear that like people on social media are friends, their initial thought goes to, oh, they're using it for like attention or they're using it for views. And it's like, no, not really. Especially,
Not everyone the same, let's say, like
no.
in any.
And then they start to like, I don't know what the word is in English, بس حلل شخصيتك, like, oh, this one hates this one, and this
Yes.
one likes this one, and this one doesn't really want to be
To
here.
jump in conclusions.
Yeah, it's like,
to
how
make
did you get all
assumptions.
that from like a 30-second dancing video, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what you get for being on social media.
Yeah. So, reaching this point, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with difficulty, or how do you deal with? Have you ever had a, let's say, challenging situation on social media?
I try to stay away
Yeah.
from any controversies, from any drama that happens in social media, just because like it's not my vibe. Like I don't want to be there, you know. I'm just here for
You're not choosing it.
I'm not. Like even if it's for the views, it's just I'd rather have 0 views than be caught in like a controversy. It's just like not my personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How I deal with negativity or people criticizing or whatever it may be, I started blocking that a long time ago. You know, like in the beginning, it would affect me and be like, oh, why'd she say that? Like, why do they think that? Or like, oh, they think I got divorced. Or, oh, they think I can't have a baby. You know, like all these thoughts that people have. And then you realize it's like,
You mean you block it in your mind, not
yeah,
physically
no,
blocking
in my
the,
mind. خلاص. Like I know people have
It's
opinions.
not about me. Yeah,
it's not about me.
You know what is important to remember? I think maybe for people who will watch us again, who are going on social media, is that anyone who talks about you on social media, they're not talking about you. They're talking about themselves.
Yeah,
First of
exactly.
all. So take it easy.
Yeah, honestly. Like, would you take advice from that person? Would you take advice from a person you don't know? No. Then why take a negative comment from that person? And like eventually I started to realize like it's not about me.
Yeah.
And like I don't know that person and I'm never going to know that person.
You know, but I saw cases, let's say, and people who live difficultly this. Yeah, the commenting, the...
Yeah, because it can get extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had to be in a situation where it's extreme.
Okay,
And I don't think I would survive, honestly. Like, to the people that
Too
can
much
do
pressure.
it, too much pressure.
Too
Like
much.
to the people that can, like, if like suddenly get all that hate. You know, something happens, let's
Yeah.
say, and like
And sometimes
that whole
it's a silly
focus is you,
mistake.
literally.
Yeah, it's a silly thing.
And then that whole the focus of the entire social media is you.
Yeah, it's too much pressure.
I
For a human being.
Yeah. Wallah, like, and people have to realize, like, we're also human. So, like, it's funny because sometimes, you know how people comment and they comment as if you're not commenting on my video and I'm not the person reading it. Like, guys, did she do a nose job? You're commenting that on my video. Ask me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they think that we don't exist somehow.
Yeah, you're somewhere there.
You know?
I believe you've seen a lot of interesting and not very interesting. You know what I wanted to also ask you? you have a little baby.
Yeah.
How was it during the pregnancy and after the pregnancy, combining with the work, with social media? What kind of difficulty challenges you've been through?
It was smooth. It was chill. I still did all my content. I still filmed everything. بالعكس, I was like so excited for that kind of content. Like, prepare my hospital bag. This is what I bought the baby. This is like what I prepared for the room, blah, blah, blah. So it was actually really fun to be
Like
pregnant
every
and to like,
mommy enjoys.
exactly.
Yeah? Oh my
And
God.
to like switch up the content and like get
Yeah.
like this new audience. It was really interesting. I enjoyed it, really. Post giving birth, though, that's a whole other story. That in itself we can sit and like have a podcast about,
Oh,
because I knew about, let's say, postpartum blues. Let's not say postpartum depression. I knew about it.
Yeah.
But you know when you're so naive and you're like, it's not going to happen to me. Like, that's not my personality. Like, I'll be fine. No. Because it's not something that you can control. It's literally like something physical inside of your body that you cannot control.
And bigger than you.
It's way bigger than you.
You know why it happens?
The hormone drop?
Not only the hormone drop, there is an explanation for that. So the first change in us happens when we are dating, everything is good. And the moment we get married, many people say, oh, he has been changed, she has been changed, or something changed. Then he's not the same again. He's not. It's not true. It's that the moment we have official marriage, official contract, you are entering in the family systems of each other.
Okay.
And his family system and your family system gets activated, and the programs that both of this system has, they get activated.
Interesting.
So this is the first hit when it happens. The second hit happens when a woman delivers baby.
Okay.
Why? Because when she delivers, again, the programs in her maternity line get activated.
Okay.
So the many things that she was able to see normally, she's not able to handle anymore. So it's not only about you and me who already have babies, it's about everyone. So guys, let's take it easy. It's a general information for everyone, actually. Sometimes they say it's a post-pregnancy depression. Sometimes it's not at all. Sometimes it has nothing to do with depression. It has to do with some programs inside our family system that kicks in, and they are waiting, like they are looking for the ways of resolution. So they are showing up what need to be corrected in the family system for the better future of the coming generation.
That's so interesting. So like, how would we be looking for the solution? Like the mothers?
Yeah. So it's push us. Yeah. So sometimes people reach to resolution through the therapy. Some people reach to resolution just by themselves. Some
Okay,
people
so I have a question for you. Why is it that our moms don't know anything about postpartum depression, or like can't even recall that they went through something like that? But every single person I know in this generation knows what it is, has gone through it. But then you tell anyone like my mom's age and they're like, what's that? Or like,
look, it's different generations, and it's not that they did not have, and it's not, I repeat, necessary depression. It might be these programs that were activated. It always happens. They did not have the right to complain. So they were not used to. It's a different generations, and they were raised differently. And if you look at the health issues, most of them, they have blood pressure issues, heart issues, sugar issues. Why of this? Repressed emotions, repressed feeling, not being able to communicate, not being able. And if we look at that generation and our generation, even our, look how they used to look at their 40s. When I look at the pictures of my mom, when she was 43, she was looking grandma.
yeah.
She was good looking, but a grandma. I'm 43. Sometimes people give me 30, So it's like we are very different. So I don't believe that they did not have. They were not able to communicate about it openly. They had so much responsibility. They have to continue. They had to move on. They had to shut down, move
So
on.
like you think they didn't even know about it?
For them, difficult life was a norm.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
I am not happy. They used to go to mom. Mom tells him, "Iblay, روحي كملي حياتك," you know?
Literally.
So many of them, yeah, or what you want, if not Iblay, what you want to keep your children without a father, or
Yeah.
what? So there was a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. So our time is different. We are more exposed again to the knowledge, to therapy, to coaching, to books, to approaches. The world just more open. We want a little bit more. Our children, they will be even more than us, you know? So it's a freedom somehow.
Yeah. Wow.
I made you think. This comment made you think a bit.
Yeah.
I believe that their life was not sad. I believe that every life had their challenges, but had their beauty. Like us, we had our challenges, but we had our beauty. And for us, maybe when we look at them and we say, "Oh my God, it was so hard," for them it was norm.
It was, yeah. They didn't know anything
Yeah,
different.
it's a norm. And this is how we continued, thanks God, because they did not give up.
Yeah. True.
So what was difficult after the delivery? What was the most difficult?
For me, the feeling of it was kind of like, what did I do? And then seeing everyone move on in life. Like everyone is living. And I felt like, I mean,
That's
it's
it.
kind of, yeah, it's kind of like sad to say, but I felt like my life stopped, you know? But I mean, obviously it didn't, and like totally fine. But and in that moment, especially the first 2 weeks, I just felt like my life is never going to be the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like, khalas. Like, I'm never going to be who I was before I gave birth to this baby. And like, I was at the house. I also gave birth in the US at my parents' house. And I think that kind of had something to do with it also, because I wasn't in my space. You know what I mean? Like, I was in my childhood room. I saw everyone just moving on with life. Like, I was like, also social media, I swear. Because I would sit on social media and like I gave birth Feb 13 and Ramadan started.
Oh,
And everyone's like, suhoor, ftoor, Ramadan.
busy with okay.
Doing
I
all
understand.
that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was just like,
Here I am.
yeah, I'm like, hello, I still exist, you know? Also, I think seeing that my husband can still do things that he's used to doing and I can't. That kind of gave me this like resentment that like he can still go to the gym or like go to work or leave the house whenever he wants. For me, I can't, you know, like I can't do. For the first 2 weeks, I literally didn't do anything. I was just like with the baby.
Yeah.
So that was like a very life-changing moment. And I thought I was never, and you know what was really crazy? Every day. So this is my bed and it's facing a window, okay? The second I see the light going down, like the sun is going down and like it's about to be dark, I cry.
Oh,
I just like cry, but like not like normal cry.
Yeah.
Like, and I sit there and I'm like crying. And I think it was like anxiety for what's like about to come during the night, because it was very, I didn't know what to expect every night, you know? And I'm a person who loves to sleep. Like I love to sleep and I would love to wake up early, but I wasn't sleeping.
So at that moment you were experiencing like anxiety.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the sun going down, that's anxiety. But then like I would just like cry.
Yeah.
All the time. Like cry and scream. Like one day my mom was like telling me that I was crying as if like someone killed someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the way I was crying.
Like explosion. Actually, as we discussed earlier, it happens to many women, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that it's not always, not at all, always post-pregnancy depression. It's just the programs that gets activated and that,
Yeah, that's why I didn't name it depression
yeah,
because like I don't think it was depression,
yeah,
but it was something.
yeah. Something was changing, something was going on.
Yes.
How were you able to cope with it?
I don't know. I wasn't. I truly wasn't.
Yeah,
Like,
but now you are fully okay. Everything is good.
yes, thank
Everything is,
God.
yeah, it's
Yeah, like I'm
so,
back to my normal self. I'm almost 1 year postpartum now. He's gonna be 1
yes.
year next month. Um,
What helped you?
getting help,
Getting help.
getting someone to help me, not necessarily with the baby, but like washing the dishes, doing the
Yes.
laundry, washing like the pumping parts, the bottles, all that
I
because
agree with you absolutely. You know, I think that every woman has the right when she
yeah.
give a birth, at least for 1 year, to have a help near her, because I remember myself as well sometimes it was challenging to go to the bathroom.
Literally taking a
Yeah, like
shower.
the basics of the life, you are not able to do so. The help is very important,
Yes,
yeah. And it's very important to ask guys for the helps, because not every one of us we can afford to have a nanny. Also, at some point I
exactly.
could not have a nanny at the beginning, but if you have a mother, father,
Anyone.
sister, friend, to give you some time to breathe, it helps a
It
lot.
could literally be like people dropping off food at your door. Like you can't cook. Like I'm not gonna go down and cook. So people bringing in food. There used to a lot of like my mom's friends. They would like bring foods that are good for like breastfeeding and all
Yeah.
that. And now that I think about it, I'm so thankful. Like I'm thankful to have someone to do the laundry, cook, clean, because I think part of the anxiety was like taking care of the baby and also having to do
And
all
how can I
those.
do all of this together? And going back to our parents, yeah,
They did
how
it
did they
all.
do?
They did it all with like
How did they
five
do?
kids.
They even in Russia, they even did not have the automatic washing machines.
They
They
have to
did not
wash it
have
by
dishwasher
hand.
by hands, or there was like very primitive washing machines that you wash and then you remove and then you put it in the water, and then, or washing by the hands also there. So I mean,
Even,
that generation
yeah,
is unbelievably strong,
crazy.
unbelievably strong.
My mom used to tell me that during the war, they didn't even have diapers. They used to use like cloths,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
or
yeah.
like milk.
And we are complaining
Yeah,
about sometimes
literally.
when Talabat is late
Yeah,
5 minutes, and you're like, oh my God, where are you? Or
literally.
Karim, you know, guys,
Crazy.
they were using buses, standing on the. Actually, I don't also like to compare because we are living in different times. However, the reminder is always good that, first of all, for me personally, it's my opinion that we are living in the one of the most beautiful timings. Yeah, we have everything. We are so
Everything.
unbelievably spoiled. We
Spoiled.
have everything, and sometimes we are not appreciating it. So sometimes a reminder is just to think a moment like, oh wow, we are so blessed.
We are, truly. Alhamdulillah.
So, with the phrase "we are so blessed, guys," I would like to end our podcast today. Ilyan, thank you so much
Thank
for coming.
you.
I think I have never discussed social media in this depth and
Really?
details on our podcast. I hope it will be, guys, very valuable and interesting for you. And thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for
coming.
having me.
Thank you.